Ancient wisdom often gets dismissed as outdated. But what if the secret to handling modern life's chaos has been sitting in plain sight for thousands of years?
That's quite a claim. What made you discover this connection?
Well, I've been studying this fascinating text called Sirach, and it's remarkable how it addresses our modern struggles with success, failure, and personal growth. It opens with this powerful message about preparing for life's tests not with fear, but with steadiness and sincerity.
Hmm, that's quite different from our current hustle culture mindset, isn't it?
Exactly. And here's where it gets interesting. It uses this metaphor comparing humans to gold being tested in fire. Just like precious metals need intense heat for purification, the text suggests we actually need our challenges to develop character.
That's fascinating. How does it suggest we handle these inevitable difficulties?
It presents this sophisticated balance between acceptance and action. There's this beautiful line about not struggling against the current of the river, while also encouraging us to actively pursue wisdom like a hunter stalking prey.
Well, that's an unusual combination of metaphors. How does that work in practice?
So get this, it talks about different types of shame, which is super relevant to our social media age. It distinguishes between destructive shame that paralyzes you and what it calls honorable shame that motivates growth and transformation.
Oh, that's really interesting in the context of our current cancel culture.
Right. And it gets even more practical. It provides this three-step approach. Recognize mistakes, ask for forgiveness, and examine yourself before judgment comes. It's about taking proactive responsibility rather than waiting to be called out.
That sounds like a much healthier approach than what we typically see online.
And here's what really blew my mind. It warns against trying to understand things that are too difficult or beyond your strength. In our age of hot takes and instant opinions, it's suggesting that sometimes the wisest response is saying, I don't know enough about this.
You know, that's actually quite refreshing in today's context where everyone's expected to have an opinion on everything.
Exactly. And it gets even more practical about work and success. There's this great line saying it's better to be hardworking with plenty than to be pretentious but lacking. It's directly challenging our culture of personal branding and image management.
That's hitting close to home for many of us in the social media age.
Well, here's the kicker. It wraps up with this powerful reminder about human limitations. We're not immortal and we can't do everything. But rather than being depressing, it's actually liberating. It's saying we should appreciate life and health while we have them.
So what you're saying is that this ancient text might actually help us navigate our modern digital overwhelm?
Precisely. It's offering this timeless wisdom about maintaining balance between striving and accepting, between pursuing growth and acknowledging limitations. And maybe that's exactly what we need in our achievement-obsessed world.
That's really making me think about what other ancient wisdom we might be overlooking just because it's old.
You know, that's the ultimate irony in our rush to find new solutions to modern problems. We might be missing these profound insights that have already stood the test of time. Like this text suggests, sometimes the way forward is actually looking back. You know, that's the ultimate irony in our rush to find new solutions to modern problems.